tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the murk, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures, 3-course meals for dinners, 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.
Growing up, I found myself kind of emotionally stunted because of my father. The truth is I didn't know him as a man. I wanted to make this film to really get answers.
Okay, well, go on, Nelson.
Yes, my dog, bro. It's been a long time coming.
I know. Thank you very, very much for coming.
I'm sorry I haven't come sooner, my guy.
That's calm. You know what's crazy? When I first came up with the concept, you're definitely one of the people I had in mind.
I know.
Because it's one of them ones where the concept is basically, I'm essentially showing off the people I know, innit?
Yeah.
And you're somebody I'm definitely proud of knowing, innit?
You know, I've known you for how many years? It might be 2 decades, bro.
Yeah, near enough.
It might be that. And it's mad because I tell people, because obviously we went to the same uni, but everyone thinks that we know each other from uni. But the fact that we know each other from way, way back, it's crazy, bro.
That's how, in fact, but let me tell you, obviously I know you know about the podcast, isn't it? But just so everyone can just relax. So basically what happens is we have beautiful, unfiltered conversations. Now the issue with doing that is sometimes you might say some things that you may not want the world to know. And as a result of that, I send you everything first and foremost. You let me know what you don't want included and I take it out. Now, obviously we kind of alluded to it at the start, but how I like to start is how do we know each other in it?
So I met Dami on a church trip. So my dad's a pastor. I don't know, is your dad a pastor?
No.
Okay, so my dad's a pastor and we were part of this church called CAC. It's still going. Hella branches, whatever. And then we had basically a church retreat in it. So that's where all the South ones, my ones came up. And obviously your Tottenham ones, you, Ralph, a couple other people, Toby, Samson, all them men there. And then, that was the link up. And I remember us causing so much havoc.
Yeah, I remember one time, what was it? Imagine this is a church trip. One time, you guys just went missing.
Do you know what's mad? It's because I don't know where it was, bro. It's like, obviously there's girls, there's boys, everyone's young. We weren't really doing anything, but we're doing enough for people.
Yeah, just being rebellious enough, innit?
People, for the church leaders to think this is a bit mad. But not even before that, but before I forget, I actually wanted to big you up because, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I'm in a creative industry and I kind of know what it's like to build something from the ground up and how you've got your podcast popping, how you've been putting hours in.
Jeez, appreciate
people
it,
showing love. And we're just talking about the fact that obviously it might not make millions right now, but it can make millions. So I wanted to big you up because I think it's important to let you know that what you're doing is a good thing. And also...
Appreciate it, man.
Bro, it's hard to live your dreams, bro.
Facts.
It's hard to live your dreams. It's hard to, it's easy when it's something that's far away, but when it needs you to clock in every day and to turn on the lights and then leave 8 hours later, and then whether it's one person that comes or doesn't come or watches or doesn't watch, that turning up is important. So bro, you're doing your thing, man.
I appreciate it, man.
And it's dope.
And you know what's funny? Because basically I knew what it kind of took in order for me to do this, innit? So I knew it was going to be a case of putting content out that I might think is good, but nobody sees it. Not making money for ages, isn't it? Knowing that basically I know that there's obviously in normal life, there's peaks and troughs. So making it at a level where no matter what the peaks and troughs in my life are, I'll be consistent enough to keep on doing this, isn't it? Yeah.
You know what's, it's the hardest to be the first, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be the only one doing something. It's hard to be the sole person that's literally going through different things in life and you have to turn up for yourself. Most people don't turn up for themselves. they just like life's happening. So like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
I can put that aside, man. Forget about that. Do you know what I'm saying? So the fact that you do that for yourself and you enjoy it, bro, like you live so far away, you're coming here to do it. Bro, I live in South, bro. Even traveling up here is a mission for me. Talk to us about what you're doing.
Wait, Stockwell?
No, I live in Lewisham. I'm from Lewisham.
What? Why am I? What, Stockwell Church? Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't even go Stockwell Church.
Oh,
that
right.
was like the head of our area. So we all linked. So it's mad. So yeah, like I know what it takes. And obviously in my industry, due to my industry, I also know what it takes to like build something brick by brick by brick. But I tell you that when you get to where you want to go to, wherever that is, wherever it ends up, bro, it's going to be sweet, bro.
You know what's crazy? Now, this is the beauty of interviewing somebody that you know, innit? Like, because I know you, innit? One, I know that this was not the space that you're in right now is not the only thing that you've attempted and tried, isn't it?
Bro, I've done everything. I'll
name a few.
And I've been successful at them as well.
Yeah, you've done events, yeah. You might have even forgotten this, isn't it? But I remember there was one time you and Charles even did comedy.
Yeah. Oh my God, bro.
Yeah, so please get into that. What the fuck was that about?
Bro. Yo, the comedy thing was a one-day thing, bro.
Is it? How was it though?
It was horrible, bro.
What? So explain. Because I know people are saying that
happened? Do you know what happened? I'll tell you exactly what happened, bro. So obviously me and Charles, for some reason, so I went to the same secondary school as Charles, right? Charles's mum knew my mum from when I was young. So we, in secondary school, like, we were both short. So for some reason, man, them just pitted us against each other and we believed the hype. So
what made you ops?
We were ops, bro. That's my brother now. Like, that's my brother, blood brother, bro. But like, then we were ups, bro, because I was like, bro, there can only be one short guy in the place. Do you know what I'm saying? One popular short guy. And then eventually that became my guy. That's my brother. Do you know what I'm saying?
Did you have physical fights?
Bro, physical, bro.
Was it? How many?
It didn't make no sense. Bro, hella fight. And he had an anger problem. So whereby I could say anything to like push him off. So we're just going back and forth. But eventually, like, we became dogs, innit? Because we're like, bro, man, have to roll together. Do you know what I'm saying? We have to roll together because the people that are using us are using us for entertainment. So we need to be fighting them, man. So, but since then, so because of that, the bond me and Charles have is like, bro, it's deeper than anything. Do you know what I'm saying? So when we got to uni, we used to just roll together all the time. There was a point I was even staying with him because I didn't have accommodation at the time, so I stayed with him. So for some reason, we were just approached on this random day. The ACS decided to do some sort of comedy evening, and they were like, "You two are funny, innit? Like, you two just make people laugh, innit?" You're like, "Yeah, kinda." They're like, "Yeah, you lot should do a stand-up." And bro, because man felt invincible at that point, bro. Man was doing...
Why did you feel invincible?
Bro, we were not the flyest, but like everyone knew us, bro. We were so popular. Like, everyone knew us. We were able to like get people to go parties. Like,
you were doing the coach raves as well.
That was before it. But what happened was, like, I remember one girl was throwing a party in her kitchen and it had nothing to do with us. But she called us. She's like, "Yo, you man are not here yet. That's why no one's here. So you lot need to come." So we had that kind of motion, do you know what I'm saying? And like, so that motion got to man's head really. So where they were like, "Yo, you man are funny, innit? You man are funny. You man run this comedy thing." Bro, I tell you, I walked in front of the stage, bro. I had my jokes written down.
But you had a paper?
Fam, come on, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. They've just got me here and I'm just flowing with emotion. I remember I'd written this, me and Charles had gone back and forth, we've written stuff down. First joke, bombed.
You remember?
But the way it bombed, bro, I can't remember what it was. It might have been, I don't know. Charles tries to back me up. He goes, tries to do it, drop one in, bombed. I looked at him, he looked at me. It was just silent. And then, you know when it goes silent and then people start to mutter? And I was like, okay, this is not working. So...
How long did you stay on stage doing?
Bro, it felt like an hour. It might have been 2.5 minutes, bro. Because I think they ushered us off.
They ushered you off?
I think so. And I'll never forget, bro. I had a bike on campus that time. Bro, I took the longest bike ride ever around Uxbridge. Round and round, bro. It was mad, bro. Like, and that's when I clocked. You can never believe your own height, bro. Like, you can never believe your own height.
Wait, when was this?
This was first year. This was before you came.
Oh, right.
This was first year. So in first year, like, we were just popular. But like, obviously this is before phones. So like, obviously Instagram popular is different to real life popular back then. Real life popular is like, people just wanted you to be around them. It was like, it was more free. People were happier to say, yo, we like your vibe. Now everyone's a bit like funny with it. So,
but you're saying you were real life popular?
Yeah, like
I totally agree with you. I remember when Twitter became a thing, I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
As in all of a sudden, this person that's an absolutely nobody is a popular person online.
And it's mad to me now because like what people become popular for really don't mean nothing. Back in the day, when we were doing parties, bro, we had to work to get people to come. Every ticket sold was you working or like you had to have motion or good ideas or whatever. Now it's like, I don't even know what makes you popular. It can be anything. You can be popular of someone doing something silly and then boom, that's it. You got your 50K followers, 100K followers.
Yeah.
You move from there. But back then we worked for it, bro. Or like, man, have to know how to chat to people. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when I was young, I was talking to my friend about this the other day. Like when I was 15, 16, 17, bro, man would just go West End. Man would just chat to people for the whole day, chat to gal, meet new people. Trocadero, Central. Bro, you're meeting a stranger. By the end of the day, you might have spoke to them enough for them to be familiar enough to give you the number, whatever. You might link them up the next day, whatever. Now, no one can talk to no one. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think that's mad. To me, that's mad because like, how can you not be able to have a conversation with anyone?
It's mental, you know, when you think about it, as humans, isn't it? How people can just walk past each other and not really, it's mental, isn't it?
Bro, I made a show called School Swap, yeah. It's on Channel 4 now. Yeah, it's on Channel 4 now.
Jeez.
And we took Year 9 kids to Arkansas in America. And so Arkansas is like a rural state.
Texas is out.
It's not far from Texas.
Yeah, but that vibe.
But it's like proper, like gun shoot 'em up type thing. Do you know what I'm saying? And like Christian. Obviously they're into farming, but they're all about community. So they talk about everything. Bro, the English kids that went there, they were just on their phones so much. Like they'll talk to you, 5 minutes in, they're on their phone, Snapchatting someone. Then they talk to you, then they Snapchat. And I was thinking, like, I get it, but there's a real world here that you're missing out on. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's
even like concerts as well.
Bro.
When you're there, everyone's almost looking through the phone via their phone when they're physically there.
Right, bro. And like, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that phones are bad, but what I'm saying is back then, we had a different kind of thing going on. Our thing was like, bro, we met because that retreat. Man knows you how many years after, and man stay in touch, man. Do you know what I'm saying? Now bond is that tight. It's not because I followed you or whatever. So like, it's like, I feel like now how people approach even friendships and popularity and all that stuff, like it's different. And that's why I really like the fact that back then, what man was doing, man worked hard for everything, bro. Man worked, and that's why I had to big you up on the podcast. You worked hard for your podcast. You know, we worked hard to sell tickets for events. Even that comedy show that we messed up, bro, they said, you guys could do this. What if we were good? It could have been a whole nother thing, do you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why everything that man has done now is based on all that, meeting people, talking to people, be it the events, be it like the stuff I did with a company called Elevation Networks.
I remember Elevation.
Yeah, so they used to work...
that's Sam.
Sam. So I used to head like one of their departments, like the university department.
That guy was on it, boy, isn't he?
Still on it, man.
But what's he doing these days?
So he was the advisor. No, so he's the ACS president, then he became NUS president, then he joined the Conservative Party.
Oh my God.
He ran for... a seat in Croydon. He didn't get it, but then he was advisor to Boris Johnson. Yeah, so he made it all the way up there. He was one of the most senior black people at one point.
That guy, the way he spoke, there was just a conviction that guy spoke with.
But bro, like, it's not from nothing. It's brick by brick. Like, everything is brick by brick in it. So the Sam I saw then, it's obviously going to be the Sam that's here now because he's been working on that from time, bro. Like, even the way he used to speak publicly, it was all from then. He knew what he was on, bro. Like, he knew it. So,
but when you say brick by brick as well, what I've kind of noticed about you as well is, even back in the day, you've always had the propensity to go viral. I remember one time he was just randomly on BBC. Imagine that.
Bro, I mean, which one was this? Because I've been...
You see, that's what I'm saying. There was one time, I don't even know why you were on there. Something happened. I think it must have been outside in the mall. And they chose you as the guy to speak to for some reason.
Yeah. Bro, to be fair, that one was mad. I don't know what happened. It was some random guy. Some random youths were just fighting in a shopping mall, innit? And like... They had Shaq, bro, real samurai things. And I remember someone just asked me for a comment and I was thinking, I'm not going to give it. But I think he just overheard what I said and he put it in. But I think when man is just like, man's just cool, innit? Yeah, man's just cool, innit? Like, you ask me a question, I'm going to answer. So I think that got quoted. But like, I think I've always tried to think about that because a part of me is kind of reserved. And I'm always like, should I, even like come on this podcast, I'm like, do I really need to be out there? Do I need to do that? But then part of me is like, do you know what? You have to be around for people to see. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to...
Let people know what you're doing as well.
People know what you're doing, but also, bro, nothing's going to happen in your bedroom. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and where before I was very bubbly and I was outside and I was meeting people and things were happening and things were moving, not to say that they're not now, but like, I feel like... people are useful and not that you use them, but like you're just there and you're present and you're in the moment, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, everything that man's done now is because man's either met someone or someone has bossed me or someone liked me or someone just heard about me or I just happened to have a straight conversation. Bro, that's how the money is made, bro. Like the money isn't made by me being just within myself, bro. My money is made by meeting people, being in different spaces, communicating all the time.
What is it that you actually do? As in, like, what are you?
So I'm a producer director, yeah, and I do documentaries. Most of the time now, I do what they call premium documentaries. So the documentaries I tend to do will be big. So there'll be like Netflix, there'll be Disney Plus, there'll be Hulu, there'll be Sky Docs. They might be BBC, but they'll be the big ones, Channel 4, all of that. So they would have like, there would be quite big titles that they would probably advertise and make a lot of noise about. Usually, sometimes not. So that's what I do in terms of the broadcast. And my actual job role as a producer director, it kind of depends. But essentially, it's taking an idea that's been commissioned. So the broadcaster's already said, we want to make this from a piece of paper and like getting it on that screen.
So wait, what's the process? It's already been greenlit and then they give it to you.
Yeah.
How did you become that guy?
Sometimes I developed the idea. So there's a series on BET called Living Lyrics. I developed the idea. So they said, guys, bring some ideas together. And I was like, it would be cool if, you know, this happened. Then you write that idea as a pitch, you show it to them, and then they trust you to make it, and they give you the money to make it.
Fucking hell, brother.
Yeah, it's a lot of trust.
Yeah, but how did you work your way into this position, isn't it? Yeah. Did you want this job or did you create this job?
All right, so I'm gonna tell you what happened, yeah. So I studied biomedical science.
Mental, innit?
So I studied biomedical science. I was gonna be a doctor at first, then I was like, doesn't work. Then I wanted to do biomedical science. So that's what I basically finished uni with. And then, I worked in a lab for a bit. I worked in Imperial College, teaching kids scientific principles and working in a lab a bit. And then outside of that, I'd done all this stuff with events. So King N, all the...
You used to be a bongo man as well, come on, man.
Done bongos as well, but that's from church. So that's just for bread, that's whatever. And then what happened? So while I'm doing all these things, obviously I'm working in this lab and I'm like, this, number one, the money wasn't making sense. And I wasn't really enjoying it. And because I'd like done all these things that are kind of exciting, be it events, taking people from one place to another, or like working with Sam and we were doing events in Standard Bank, Barclays. I was like on the Olympic panel for something, for advising for like the London Olympics at one point. It was all not making sense. So I was doing all these big things and this was really... This felt really small. Do you know what I'm saying? This felt really small. So at first I thought, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get into project management. And I'd started to look into it and I was about to do a Prince 2. And I got a job offer from a company called CCCO. I was junior project manager at the time.
That's a security company, isn't it? Also?
No, CCCO are, I don't know what they're a logistics company.
Okay.
But basically, they run any project that's going on. So at the time, it was the Barclays Bike scheme. Before it was Santander, it was the Barclays Bike one.
Boris Bike.
Boris Bikes, yeah. So I was going to project manage that project. And that was just like leaving my lab thing and going to there. But what happened was I was ill at the time. Like I found like a lump on my side. And I was like, I don't know what this is.
Oh, what a painful lump.
It was kind of painful, but it was bony. And I was like, wow,
what the fuck is this, basically?
This could be a mad thing.
Yeah.
So that operation to take it out was the same time I was meant to start this job working with Circle. So I couldn't do that job. And I was like, it pissed me off, really. I can't lie to you. But at the same time, I was like in the background talking to my friend Abe about, he was like a writer and I used to watch a lot of films. And like, I don't know if I'm a creative person in terms of like, I don't
But
draw.
you have to be.
Yeah, but this is the thing though. I never drew. I never like made up stuff.
You didn't rap?
Like, not really. Like I tried, I wasn't good. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Most I might have made a beat or two, but that's because like I could play instruments a little bit, but I wasn't good at it, bro. Like I wasn't good. Do you know what I'm saying? So my thing was like, I kind of enjoy this, but I'm not good at it. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not good at it. So
that was directing?
No, writing. This is writing. Okay. But I'm doing so many things, bro. One hand, I'm doing this thing with Sam, then I'm working in the lab, and then also I'm kind of liking this writing thing and like filming stuff like a little bit, but like it's not really a thing. And then one day I just woke up and I said to myself, like, what will you enjoy waking up for? That's the biggest question you need to ask yourself. What is it that for the next 30, 40 years, you'll wake up and you'll be happy doing for the rest of your life, no matter what? Do you know what I'm saying? Because right now you're not enjoying anything and the money's not making sense anyway. And also, if you enjoy it, are you likely to make the most money out of it? Probably. Yeah. So then I was like, all right, cool. Well, everything's kind of like, this lab thing feels kind of dead end. The project management thing didn't work. Like I was writing them back. And how I got the job was by meeting someone and he literally just bossed me on a job. Like they literally sent me a contract for I think 24 racks at the time, a year. Just like that. I didn't have an interview, nothing. Just sent it to me.
Oh man.
Bro, it was mad. It was mad. And obviously once I missed the date to go into the office.
Nah, fuck this guy, man.
Bro, they just said this guy is not serious. And obviously I was like, rah. So I've left that alone. All that was left was this lab thing and this little thing I'm doing on the side. That was kind of like interesting because that was the most creative I'd ever been in terms of like imagining something and then bringing it to life.
Which is a beautiful feeling, man.
Just a beautiful feeling, do you know what I'm saying? Like, literally be like, I think that's cool. I'm gonna do this and then hopefully loads of people watch it. Like, even if one person watches it, it's kind of cold. Yeah. So then I was like, okay, I feel this. Do you know what I'm saying? I like this. It might not have been the first thing I've done. I've done loads of things, but I feel like I can wake up for this. Do you know what I'm saying? And from there, I gave myself like a year to like try and make this work. So I left the lab thing to this. Well, I didn't.
What was making it work at that point in time? What does that mean? As in like.
So I'll explain to you. So I was working at the lab, and then I was like, cool. So what I'll do is I will like just start writing loads. So I'd like write like scripts and stuff, whatever. Which is different to what I do now, by the way. So I'd write scripts, write ideas, whatever. Then I bought myself a camera and I used that camera to start filming. But filming drama, like stuff to make it look good, is really hard. But filming real people doing real things like this, it's easier. So I kind of fell into the space of doing real things with real people, still on the side. And then I was like, okay, cool. How am I gonna figure this out? And then one of my boys, Abs, he sent me this link to something called The Network. And basically it was a little scheme where they take people up to Edinburgh and you get to meet everyone in the industry, just different things. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. Do you know what I'm saying? I've like called different production companies. I got a list of all the production companies in the country, called everyone. No one's giving me motion.
I'm calling them for what? Just let them know what you're on.
Hey, yes, so I'm interested in this. What can you do? Okay. No, we haven't got anything at the moment. And the problem with TV is if you don't know, you don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because there's applications, but like I didn't study it. So I'm applying for the BBC one. It's not making sense. And I still need to make bread, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I need to make bread. I've already had a career, really. So I'm already like, I can't remember what age I was, but like, I'm already getting to the age where people are starting to get on and do their own thing.
Now they're senior in their career.
And I'm thinking, yo,
life is leaving me behind.
You know what I'm saying? So like, anyway, I'm going to skip forward. So I went on this thing to Edinburgh and I met people and I was like, bruh. They have the one that I was doing with my camera, which is documentaries. They have the script I was writing, which was the drama. They have this, they have that, they have loads. Yo, I have to be here, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to be here. Like, I just have to be here. What else am I going to do after seeing this? This is mad. Like, I can do this. I know I can do other stuff, but I can do this. I can sit down and like give myself an opportunity to make something that I had in my head. Everything else feels like someone else is telling me what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? From everything that I've touched. I've never been in charge of what I want to say and like ask people to watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's only been when I've picked up the camera or I've written something that it might even be a case of, if you want to go deeper, that's like me being important for me. It's not what rave I'm doing, or it's not, oh, you're funny, come and do comedy, or it's, you're going to make my party live. It's, yo, you're lit. I like your ideas. And then people watch it for that. It might have been that, I don't know. It kind of feels like it. But yeah, so I was like, cool, I need to make this work. But still, I didn't know anyone, innit? So I got an internship straight after when I came back from Edinburgh for 2 weeks. Just an internship. So what
With who?
with a company called Nerd.
Okay.
And then after that internship, so while I was working in the lab, I actually had a side job as well, working in a school. So people would hire out the school rooms and I would just like be there to just sign them in and sign them out. So it was cushy. So it got to a point where I was like, cool, so I can do the internship and I go to this evening job. I finish the job at 10, I go home. I wake up at 8 for the
lab job.
No, not the lab job anymore. This internship. I had to leave the lab aside for the internship. But I have to make bread. So I banged it out.
How long did you do that for?
I did that for like, must have been a month.
Oh, right. Fucking hell, man, yeah.
So, bro, that's 9 to 9. Do you know what I'm saying? 9 to 10 even. Banged it out. And then like, I basically, that was the jumping off point. After that, I got another role and I was able to leave the job afterwards, the job that I'll do in the evening alone. And then through that, like I met more people. I started being able to email people. I know who to ask.
And they're paying you now at this point?
At that internship, they didn't pay me though. They paid me $100 a week.
Fucking hell.
Just to cover expenses. Do you know what I'm saying? And then this evening job, how much am I making on that? It's nothing. I remember Mandemar going, I saw my boy go Miami while I was there.
Which boy?
I can't remember. I don't think it was Charles. It might have been Charles.
They're living life.
Bro, I will never forget, there was a picture. Them man were by the beach. And I remember I was at work and I saw the picture and I thought, what is going on, bro? Like, man is working more hours than anyone. And it's not making sense.
And it's just not adding up for me.
It's not adding up, bro. And I think my problem at that point was I didn't know what it looked like to be successful, which is why I said to you earlier, it's hardest to be the first one because no one knows what it's going to look like.
Yeah, facts.
Bro, if I had me sitting here now and I told myself 10 whatever years ago, this is what I'll be cool, bro. I would chill. Do you know what I'm saying? I see that, but that guy look all right. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to chill. But the way I was back then, and I don't even know what this is, bro. I just know I enjoy it.
It's mental.
I just know I enjoy it. And it's kind of delusional. In fact, it is delusional. Scrap that. It is delusional. It's like, I don't know if this will make money. I don't know if this will even work. I don't even know where the next job is. Bro, they give me contracts of like 2 months, 3 months. They're saying to man, $350 a week, 4 bills a week. It's not even up to 24K, bro, 25K, do you know what I'm saying? And I don't know when the next one is. And that 24K isn't for the year, it's for those 2-3 months. It's not making sense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, the truth of that was, for me, I learned that or not I learned, because I wanted it so much, man just kept working behind the scenes. So it was a case of like, yeah, I'm working in the daytime, but in the evening I'll be watching shows. I'll be figuring out what was going to make me good. Because I enjoyed it. Like we say, you enjoy it. You enjoy this. So what's going to make this, what goes viral? What makes sense? What do people want to watch? What do I like? And I think that all kind of comes together and then you just get experienced, you know what I'm saying? So I started to get to a point where I was like, okay, cool. I don't need to go for every job that's available now. I've got some experience. So they got to a point where I became an assistant producer, for example. But I'd worked on shows that were in the studio. That's one genre. Then I worked on shows that were documentaries. Then I worked on shows that were like, they call it factual entertainment. So it's like just popcorn type things. And I said to myself, nah, I just want to do documentaries, you know? Like I want to do serious.
Why? What made you come to that decision?
I don't know. Do you know what? I've got a rule. I think, yeah, I've got a rule. And the rule is, whatever film I make, I have to see myself in that film. And I'll give you an example. So the film I made the minute I said I only want to do documentaries was the Damilola film for Channel 4. And I was like, this film is important because the minute Damilola Taylor was killed, my mum saw that as a Nigerian boy was killed, so I can't go nowhere. So it's telling my story. So everything I make has to tell my story in some version. It's not Nelson specifically, but it's like, okay, Nelson who might have been in the 80s or, you know, Rap Game, for example. If Nelson was a rapper, this would be my story, or these are the people that...
You bought Rap Game as well?
Huh?
It was Rap Game...
I made Rap Game 1 and 2.
Fucking hell, man. Bro, basically, you know what's crazy? Because you've reached the level of where it's like, you know, back when you do something remarkable, it's like, everybody, I'm doing something remarkable. Now it's like, boy.
You know what? It's my fault. I don't post, innit? I don't like say it all because it's my job now.
Yeah.
Like I literally, the same way you'd go to your 9 to 5, I go to my 9 to 5.
But
But my 9 to 5 always has something coming out of it, whereby you're like, yeah, okay, cool. That was a good year. I'm like, okay, here's a TV show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it might get an award.
I didn't even know that. Fuck, yeah.
Yeah, so like I made loads of shows, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, reel some off, innit? Just talking shit.
Cool, so...
And we'll get back to seeing yourself in there.
So Rap Game season 1 and 2, obviously just like I said, developed living lyrics for BET with BBC Studios, won the BAFTA for Uprising on BBC One, School Swap on Channel 4. Got a Netflix show coming out in August, August. That one's going to be a mad one.
Is it? What's it about? You allowed to say it? Okay, cool.
That I can't say.
Yeah.
That one there, the lawyers will be on us.
Is that going to be one of your proudest moments when that one drops?
I don't know if it's going to be proudest one. It might be the biggest.
Oh, wow.
It might be the biggest just because what it's about and also...
Well, biggest in our community or just the biggest?
Everyone's going to watch it.
Oh, okay, fuck it.
Everyone's going to watch it. Like, and when you watch it, you're going to know that. You're going to know why I said that.
Okay, cool.
And that's not to say I haven't had stuff that everyone's watched. Like, I've had big shows, you know what I'm saying? So what else have I done? I've done School Swap for Channel 4. I've done a series of Idris Elba for Disney+.
Fuck it.
What else have I done? I did the One Show for BBC.
Man, this is remarkable, bro.
What else have I done? I've done loads of stuff.
And you're the guy, like, are you a guy obviously you're a BAFTA winner as well.
Yeah.
So you're one of the guys in your industry.
No, I don't know, bro.
What's happened is, everyone, you go up a level and then you just see more in it.
Yeah.
So you just might not rate it no more, innit?
No, it's not that I don't rate it. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like I said to you before, if you told me 10 years ago I'll be this guy, I'd be like, you're lying.
It's mental though.
But also now I can see where I want to get to or where I could get to. And also the problems that I have to deal with. And like, now it's not so much about how good you are, but like, can you deal with the politics? Can you think strategically? When are you going to time what you're going to do? Are you going to time it right? Are you going to take the right job at the right time that's not going to rule you out of the next one? You know what I'm saying? Because every film matters. You're only kind of as good as the last project you did. So,
and you really feel that, like that in your industry?
1,000,000% all the time.
Right.
Like,
So one failure, it will be a real setback.
No, it's not a setback, but it's like...
Fuck, I have to come harder next time.
No, not even that. Because remember, no film is one person making it. It's a whole group. There's a whole team. There's a production company. So like... Okay, I'll put it like this. So I did a show called Manhunt 2, yeah? It was It's the maddest show I've done. Like, it's a true crime series about this rapist who used to rape old women. Right, and he was black.
Right, but what part of that do you see yourself in?
No, I didn't see myself in it. No. But this is the most important thing, though. This is the most important thing about that. I didn't see myself in it, but I was the only black person working on that production.
Oh, wow.
Now, to me, I was thinking, what am I really trying to achieve here outside of money? Do you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, they're paying me, but like, is this going to make sense strategically? What's this film going to say? It's not. In fact, it might be kind of negative because this black guy was like really mad. Like, his name was Delroy Grant. Really mad.
Well, is this a true story?
True story. True story. He's from Brockley, and that's when I was like, okay, cool. You can't just do jobs. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't just, you've done all right, and whatever. Like, people like you, but you can't just make films. Like, I always compare it to music. You can't just put music out. Like, you might be lit. And you might just want to flood the streets. But like, people care what they see you connected with. And that's going to inform what who they think you are. Like, everything I make is directly concerned with how people view me. Do you know what I'm saying? So I always have to be kind of responsible. Number one, quality and what it represents. So my thing is, I say it always, I can't like be connected to anything that's like going to make people either think less of me or think less of themselves in a way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously things can be funny, things can be whatever, but when people think, wow, why did you make that, bro? Like, that was kind of weird, bro. Like, what? Or like, bro, you really think that about me? That kind of vibe. Then I'm like, that's weird. But remember, I have to work. So I'm thinking about that. Though, I'm thinking about that, but I'm also thinking, what if they pay the bag though, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a hard balance to strike. And that's what I'm talking about, the strategy, you know? Because it's like, I'm a producer director, but actually I would love to go into a channel, or I'd love to head a production company, or I might want to do all of these things or none of these things, but the opportunity can disappear like that if people think you're this kind of person, you're that kind of person. So it's like now, like most people, when they get to a level of leadership, it's not necessarily because they're good leaders, it's because people like them or the opportunity was right. And I think that's what I'm now thinking about. It's like, I can make shows, obviously. I can make good shows. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I've worked enough stuff to say I'm kind of, I'm kind of sure of what I'm doing. But will someone now trust me with budgets? Will someone now trust me to commission stuff? Will someone trust me now to exec stuff? Look after like a big team. Not just a project or one-off project. And that's where you can start to make changes or influence stuff or whatever. But remember, in amongst all this, bro, back in the day, I was just one random youth just running around. So even that, I'm still like,
do you get obviously imposter syndrome? Because right now it seems like I feel as though you can't really right now, but you've had to work yourself into this position. Do you get it?
But I think 100% get imposter syndrome, but because I've worked it all brick by brick, there's nothing I don't know in terms of like the basics of making a show. Like, say something's going wrong now. Not to say that I have the answer, but I have a bit of experience to be like, okay, cool, this might work. And I think that's enough. Bro, like I always say to people, when we make shows, this stuff hasn't been done before. Bro, we didn't know we were going to talk about today. We're just riffing on it. But we know, what's going to make good content. So you might be like, okay, I'm going to take him this way. I'll take him that way. But we don't know, bro. Programs have never been done before. So we're just figuring it out. We just have to trust that with our taste, our experience, and like our sense of what's going on, we can make something that makes sense and is good. And that's it. So we're imposters regardless, bro. Like, everyone's
all of you.
All of us, bro, because we don't know. Like legit, we don't know. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if millions of people are going to watch it. They should watch it, but they might not. We don't know. Do you know what I'm saying?
Now, obviously you mentioned the fact that in your kind of line of work, like this is not straightforward as basically you're on a certain amount every single year. Yeah, your jobs are not guaranteed every single month or so. So is there a level of financial anxiety that you face?
So you get to a level and it kind of makes, obviously every level has its connected rates to it. And obviously the better you do, the more you kind of fit in that rate. And now the industry's kind of gone down, but before, you can kind of trust that you'd be working all the time. And I work all the time. Like, I'm hardly ever out of work. It's only more recently I've been out of a couple of months here and there. So there's not financial anxiety, but because the industry is now going down, it's like, what does the future look like?
Going down how, though?
So I'm going to just try and fly through it. Basically, when COVID happened, everyone was throwing loads of money at stuff to make loads of stuff. So there was loads of programs that were being made that caused crew costs to go up. So like I became more expensive because obviously there's more money. And also loads of shows were being made. All those shows were being made, but they didn't go out. So there was a backlog, which means there was no need for new shows.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense.
But with that, less people watching TV anyway. So ad revenue went down. So ad revenue went down because people are watching YouTube, people on TikTok, whatever. So that meant not only is there a backlog, so we don't need more shows, there's not even enough money to make new shows. So for like, probably still now, the amount of shows that have been made and how much they put into them has just gone down. So the people working in the industry just have less to work with. But also, some people have been here for 20 years. They're producer directors. I've been here for what? I've been a producer director for maybe 3-4 years.
Really? Oh, right.
And
longer than that.
Yeah, because I always have something going on. But I'm competing with them for the same position. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, one thing TV is risk averse. Right.
Give it to the guy with more.
You made 20 years of programs. And this youth wants to come and talk to me about, do you know what I'm saying? So I'm competing with them. They're not going. They have mortgages to pay. They don't want to leave the industry. I don't want to leave. Okay, what do we do now? So that's where it's kind of at right now. It's like there's just loads of people, work's gone down, and people are like thinking, okay, well, we're going to have to figure this out. And it's all the way from the top to the bottom. Production companies are closing. Execs are like working as producers. Do you know what I'm saying? Like producers are working as assistant producers.
Someone's just just to save costs? Or
save costs, just trying to, because they ain't got the thing about freelance is, you know your job's going to have you for the next few years. If you do well, you know, it's unlikely to sack you. For me, when they say you finish on Friday the 11th, you finish on Friday the 11th. What you do on Monday the 13th is not their business. Do you know what I'm saying? If you don't, and then if you find another job that says, oh, yeah, we got our next thing in 3 months. Okay.
That's mental. What does one do before then, though?
Bro, you have to hustle.
Fucking, what do you find yourself doing between these?
I don't get between because I hustle.
Oh, right. So you make sure that
I am, obviously I have gaps. I'm not saying I don't have gaps, but like, bro, like I really try to just meet people and like I'm just trying, bro. Like I try to make sure the shows are good, and then I meet people and I meet people and I meet people and I meet people. So I've not had that many breaks, but bro, I'm having breaks now. Do you know what I'm saying? I've just come off a break and I'm working now, and there might be another break soon. But like, you just have to hustle, bro.
Now, you see, in what you do, who was somebody that you look at and that's doing what you do at the highest level that you can, you can look at now and aspire to be somewhat of that?
It's mad because I had names and then I took them off.
Why? What did they do?
Because I'm so competitive, bro. I'm so competitive. So I had names.
Fuck that, man.
No, but like, there's people who I like what they do, right? So there's a couple of names. There's James Newton, Dan Dewsbury, Dan Reed, Steve McQueen, Yemi Bamaru.
I don't know none of these names, but
because they're documentary guys, right?
Okay.
But you've seen their films.
Okay.
Yeah, you've seen their films.
Did you know their faces before you knew their names?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Because documentaries is a different game. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when people watch documentaries, it's not really about who made them. It's just about what it is. So I know the ones that have been made and who made them. So like, if I told you what they do though, you might be like, oh yeah, I know what they did. So it's that kind of vibe. But the thing is, I'm not saying I'm better than them, but my point now is like, they're directors just like I'm a director. So now it's about, they might all compete for a job with me and get it. So I need to now work hard to now beat them 4 jobs or at least get to the level. Do you know what I'm saying?
Have you found yourself competing with any of them before?
100%, of course. And they beat me hands down all the time, bro. All the time.
No, you know what's crazy? Because you're someone that does documentaries, I can actually, because I've been wanting to vent to somebody about
bro.
Some of these Netflix documentaries, I feel as though they're cheating,
Cheating how?
As in they do certain shit like, you know when they're trying to shock you with information, What I don't like is when they omit information.
Manipulation, yeah.
As in they didn't tell us that. Had you told us that in the beginning, we would have known who committed the murder, innit?
Okay.
But you just leave that part out.
Okay, so there's 2 things here, Number 1, of course they're going to do that because why? People watch it.
Yeah.
So like, people come to me and always complain like, oh, raw, like, man, they don't make shows that I want to watch no more. But I'm like, based on data, what you watch is what they make. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, someone has to go out on a limb to make something new that you might watch. But the industry is
too risky as well, yeah. Too risky, yeah.
So, okay, there's Adolescence came out. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, yeah, I have. The HD one, yeah?
Yeah. Adolescence is a risk in terms of TV. It's not a big risk because everyone in it is established, but it's a risk because of the story and how it's made. Now, Adolescence can only get made as a risk and then people watch it and we can now say, oh, that was great, we need more of that. But bro, if it didn't bang,
that's it, no more risk for the next 5-10 years.
We all are finished, you know what I'm saying? So that's one problem, And then 2 as well, it's like, what you're talking about, I know very well because the show I made is for like a company that makes a lot of Netflix shows. And like the storytelling, the scripting of it, like we really work on that. Like, how do we keep people's attention and whatever? With that, you can say it's manipulation, yes, omission, but also I'd say like, it's kind of the formula for what Netflix do now. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I've definitely
seen it. Want it. Bro, if 20 million people are watching something,
why
would I change it? Obviously, yes, try new things, but why would you change it?
Have you watched that? What was it? Is it Making a Murderer?
The old one.
Yeah, the old one.
So that was one of the first ones, right?
Yeah.
Bro, everyone watched that.
Yeah, that was amazing,
they
didn't
had podcasts about it.
Yeah.
Bro,
you think he did it? Do you think he did it?
Bro, I just leave it to you.
Okay,
I just leave it to you. But also, like, from a commissioner's perspective, and people should always think about that. This thing, everyone watched it. People wrote articles about it. I'm going to order 200 one of these until they don't bang.
Yeah, fact.
And guess what? They're still banging, bro.
Yeah, fact.
Do you know what I'm saying?
And now for me, it's I see it. I just like, they're just leaving something out that they're going to tell me then. The guy has a twin brother. Okay. Had I known he had a twin brother to begin with, then I know it's possible he didn't do this, isn't it?
So this is the point though that a lot of people in the industry are saying. It's like, don't get me wrong, have that, but give us something new, like Baby Reindeer. Do you know?
Oh yeah, that was enjoyable. Yeah,
but that's new because he's a small time comedian. Like he's done a show, it's done well, but like no one knew him. The show was Scottish on not Scottish, but it had like accents in it and all that stuff. It was a UK story. Normally they'll be like, nah, this one's too small, man. But they did it and it banged.
So now similar ones like that can come out now.
But the lesson isn't that you do the same thing, it's that you just take risks. Do you know what I'm saying? So everyone's like, well, can you take another risk? We'll see if they do, we'll see if they don't, innit? Like, I can't speak for them, but I know that people in the industry are trying to make new stuff. You know what I'm saying? We want to make stuff that surprises people, but if it doesn't bang, then the commission looks like, rah, that was my 2 mil that you just took.
In your position, how risk adverse are you? As in, because you're in a unique position in regards to, obviously I know who you are, and like you said, there wasn't really a blueprint to what you are doing. You found yourself in a great position right now. Are you willing to take huge risks? Because I feel like you understand our culture very, very, very well. What we would like, isn't it?
Yeah. But also, I do, but I also know how people are. So I do want to take risks, but I also want people to watch stuff. It's a hard place to be, do you know what I'm saying? So like, I would take big risks, 100%. I remember I told my friend a story, and this is not going to happen, but basically, if we all were Channel 4 commissioners, what would we commission? And we were like, yeah, we commission mad stuff, potentially. but then will they sack us? Do you know what I'm saying? And then what's the point of that?
Yeah.
Because we commission mad stuff, and then, or we might not even get a commission because you as a commissioner, you actually have to get it signed off. So if you take ideas up and they're like, bro,
nah, fuck this, then
this is looking mad.
Doesn't come out.
And then after a while, they're like, bro, you're just on a mad thing.
Yeah.
Please.
Please,
leave the building, please.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I want to bet big, but I also want to win. There's no point in betting big and I don't make anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to bet, like, rap game to them was a risk. But when I got in there, I was like, obviously with the team, yo, this needs to bang. Do you know what I'm saying?
Rap game's huge. You know how huge it is? I've never watched it. But I see clips of it all over the place, isn't it? And that's when something is humongous, isn't it? You can't avoid it.
It's so hard to like make a show. For me, my problem always was I'm making shows and the people I know don't watch them because we're not making shows for them. So when I landed on Rap Game, I was like, all right, this is for the man them. This is for the people them. This is the people I know. They're going to watch this. I can talk about it and they're going to watch it and understand. And then one of my boys sent me a message. He was like, yo, bro, just want to let you know the man them in jail watching Rap Game.
Fucking hell,
like,
man.
Boom.
That's beautiful.
I was like, boom. Do you know
But you know that man watch TV?
That man watch TV, do you know what I'm saying? And they watch my thing, you know what I'm saying? My name was on there. So like, they might not watch everything I make, but they watch something. And that's okay, bro. Because like, it's hard to be the only black person in the room, or it's hard to be the only one from a culture in the room, because really, you have yourself to worry about. You have what you say to worry about. You also have the culture to worry about. Do you know what I'm saying? And like,
how frequently do you find yourself as the only black person in the room?
Probably more often than not, you know, but I don't mind it really now, bro. Like,
but you hear people speaking, like certain times you hear someone say something and you're like, you know fully well that your culture does not think like that or will appreciate that sort of thing, innit?
100%, bro. 100%. But also, I'm not the police, bro. Like, I can only, I would just say, I don't think that's gonna bang.
Yeah.
But also, bro, let them fall on their sword, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, facts.
You know,
you just give him a little 1-2 advice. I don't think that would work, but hey. I don't think that would bang.
But I might not be involved. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know.
I don't want to be part of this,
even after this, I'm going to go and meet my boys and we're going out. I don't need no one to...
Thinking?
What's wrong with my man? I don't need that, man. I want to, you know what I'm saying? So, and I'm so happy, bro, that at this point in my career, like, I'm still there. Like, I can come and chop it up with you and we can talk about the films I've made and the series I've made, and I'm proud of it and you're proud of it. Do you know what I'm saying? If I came in and you're like, bro, that thing was a buffoonery thing, do you know what I'm saying? Or that thing, what's going on there, bro? Like, you're moving mad. That would be mad. And like, that's what I wanted to do when I was younger. I was saying, I want to wake up and do something I like and be happy to show it off. Bro, my name's on all the shows I make. There's some shows I'm like, I shouldn't have made that, but there's none I'm like, bro, you might have to scrub my name off, you know? And that's a good feeling, do you know what I'm saying?
And you know what I would say about you as well? There must have been that BAFTA year, and what that did, not for a lot of people, what that did for me personally when you won that, because it wasn't just you. I think Tips must have won that same year as well.
Yeah, Tips
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I think, so that year, bro, that year I was hot. Let me not lie to you. That year, what? RTS, broadcast, Edinburgh. I went on a BAFTA Elevate scheme. I was a breakthrough leader. Bro, there's a picture of me in BAFTA right now. Like,
still there?
Yeah, still there, bro.
But are they gonna ever take it down?
Maybe end of this year. But like, you go there now, you see my name, bro. Bro, I was born in Brixton, bro. Newark house, bro. An estate next to Angel Town, bro. One of however many youths born that day. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, go to BAFTA now. You see a picture of me, 2022. It's a mad thing.
Did you cry?
No, bro.
You didn't cry? What sort of emotion did you feel? When all of this, the rain of God's blessing was just...
Bro, you know what, yeah? And this is one thing that kind of annoys me a bit. Man is just, maybe it's a numb thing because the man's lived in extreme situations. So I was just like, bro, this is kind of mad. That's all I said. I was like, I really won these things. Like, I'm really doing these things. But then I sleep and wake up, I'm like, all right,
Let's go again.
But it's a bad emotion, bro. Like it's a bad thing to have because all it means is that you never live in a moment, really. And like I think as I got older, as I'm getting older, I'm like really trying to live in the moment. Like, what do I
savor some of your achievements, innit?
What did I just did something kind of dope. Or like even I just had dinner with my friends and we had a good time. But like back then, like throughout my career, it's just been like, right, okay, cool. This means I can, or this or now I'm gonna get more money. Now I can do this and I can do that, or I can even do this for this person or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what I need to get the leg up. But then actually, bro, man just won a BAFTA. Do you know?
But that's what I would say in regards to you winning it. As in, obviously you might not savor it them points of time, but when we're having conversations like this, I can tell you that when you won it, in me personally, I was like, it was a realization to me, like, in terms of like, once upon a time we were the future, yeah, but right now we are the people that are actually doing this shit right now, innit?
Bro, we're doing this thing right now, brother. Like, remember I told you brick by brick, bro, but like, it's so hard to see it when you're building it. And as you build it, you might not look around and see what you've built. But like, one day you'll step back and be like, this is kind of mad, bro. Like, I look at it, this is a hobby that I live by and I live well by. This is a hobby.
Mental.
This is, bro, I do what people do after work.
Are your parents proud of you?
Kind of.
Well, you don't think they're proud of you? You don't think, not yet?
So we're going to get there because obviously, you know, one thing I want to talk to you about was this film I made about my dad. And so...
Is it out? What's it called?
It's called Father Son.
Okay, cool.
And I'm going to show a preview at it at my exhibition on June 15th.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
So, but we'll catch up about that because I think we should get into a conversation about that. But I think I think they're proud of me, but I don't think they understand why they're proud of me. And what I mean by that is like, there's money. I'm not hungry. I seem to be able to do things. I brought a BAFTA home, and like people talk about me.
Do they know what a BAFTA is? Do they?
I don't think so. But also, I think I'm at peace with it that it doesn't really matter because I feel like for a long time with my parents, particularly my dad, there was a sense of like, why are you not trying to know? But like, I figured out through this film that I made with him, which was like me asking him questions. It's not that he doesn't have the capacity to figure it out or like to get there, but like where he's coming from is so far back. Like the things he's had to deal with. He doesn't, bro, he's just trying to put food on the table, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just happy that people are alive and well and are clothed and whatever. Like to think about specifics of, okay, my son does this, he made a good film, I've watched that film, and then that film led to a BAFTA. Bro, are you alive? Are you well? Is everything okay? That's it. And what? You can bring me something nice? Okay, but where's the kids? Do you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Do you know what I'm saying? Like at one point, it wasn't okay for me. Like it really wasn't okay because it was like, bro, I am working and you're not even pushing that. But it's not because of him, it's because of how man's been built. You know what I'm saying? He's built one way, we're built another way. They went through different things that we went through. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, I think they're proud of me in their own way. And that's good enough for me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm happy that they're happy. And if I can make them happier, I'll make them happier. But I think we have to give our parents a bit of grace.
You have to, definitely, man.
But it's hard though, because every mistake they made impacted us in a massive way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be the reasons we can do certain things, we can't do certain things, we can dream, we can't dream, whatever it is. But then at the end of the day, it's up to you to run with this now, innit? So whether they wanted me to make films or not, whether they wanted me to be a doctor or not, this is what I'm doing for me now. And that's that, do you know what I'm saying?
In saying that, like certain times I don't, it's like a thought I had, yeah, because my parents were very much, like, I wasn't allowed to, you know, when the car's driving, I wasn't allowed to put my hand out of the window. If you put your hand out of the window, you can get smacked. If you was to deviate from walking in a certain radius, smack, come back here. And the other day, I saw, there was a white child I'm not even saying this is the correct thing to do in it, yeah. But I just thought about it. I saw like a white child just walking across on like the platform. But and mum allowed them.
You was gonna say.
No, I wasn't going to, but I even like to walk away because I'm too uncomfortable. But I was like, mentally, I reckon that might give the child a sense of freedom that they're allowed to do things in life, whereas we might feel more restricted, innit?
Bro, but you know the thing is, yeah, like the opportunity and the permission to dream is a madness, you know. And like I say it as a big word, but it's something as simple as you're allowed to try and fail. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people weren't taught that or allowed to do that. Some people went past that. Most people didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And because of that, they're kind of caught. Like a lot of people come to me, you know, bro, you know, I would have loved to do what you do. Bro, do it. Nah, man, nah. But I'm thinking, bro, you have to be brave about this thing, but it might not even be something you're brought up with. And I think that's the hardest part of being a kid or being a child, is that a lot of things we deal with are just given to us. Do you know what I'm saying? In my film, what the film's about, I'll tell you what the film's about. So it's called Father Son, yeah? And in the film, essentially, I've got to a point in my life, this is true, where obviously, I always reflect on my childhood, and my dad was strict and he was a certain type of way. And
he's a pastor as well.
He was a pastor, yeah. And like the whole pastor thing was even madder because it almost felt like I had a job without having a job.
Yeah, facts.
Right. I had a job without having a job, but also I had to be clean cut because
you have to be perfect.
Bro, I had to be perfect for something I don't even know anything about. Do you know what I'm saying? Not even talking about faith. We're talking about the church. So... And I can even see in my life now, I am good at making things look
amazing.
Bro, I can be the worst person, bro, but I'ma just flow, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You won't even know nothing's going on like that. And I've kind of shed that now, but like that was a thing. But in this film, it's literally me sitting him down and saying, look, I know when I asked you why you were a certain type of way to me, you never answered. But just tell me about your life.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
Yeah, so I sat him down. I was like, all right, cool. I know you're not going to be able to tell me why. And I used to bring it up like on the 12th of whatever, you hit me like this. And I didn't do nothing. Bro, man could quote them all, bro.
Yeah,
what do you mean, fam?
What? That's my favourite thing to do with my Nigerian mates.
Hey, yo, you know I didn't take that biscuit, bro. You didn't, I didn't take, and you was beating me, I didn't take that biscuit. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, one time I came in late, he hit me. I just took him off. I said, go on then.
Everyone has that moment.
So then I sat him down and said, all these moments, you never answer them. So in the film, it's like, okay, cool. Do you know what? You ain't never going to answer them because you yourself are like, why do you keep on holding on to these things about nothing? Obviously, to me, there's something. But you tell me about your childhood, your life, and hopefully from what you tell me, I can figure out.
Get an understanding of who you are.
Once I've got the context, okay, I could just, bro, what he told me was mad, bro. Because he told me all about like his life and what inspired him to be the father he is. And literally everything he's talking about, I could see in myself, bro. Like, forget the fact that he's my father. Just like, if you put us side by side, it's like the cycle just continue. The same way he did his things. So his thing was, you know, I don't want to spoil it too much, but you know, my parents treat me a certain type of way. They didn't look after me like this. So my thing was to make sure I provided for you.
Oh,
so because I provided for you, and I'm like,
see what his intention and how you turned out as a result of his intention.
Yeah, so but his intention drove me to then fill a gap in one sense, but then also take that intention and go mad with it. So I can work as hard as him, or I can be a provider. But you didn't tell man that you liked man. You didn't tell man you're proud of man. Okay, fine. So that means I'm gonna be proud of myself. I'm gonna, and then when my kids come, I'm gonna tell them I'm proud of them all the time. But I might not do something else. Yeah,
so you're gonna go to your child, I'm proud of you, I'm proud of you. And now his issue now is his father wasn't strict on him.
Yeah. Did you see it? So like it's like a short film. And that's what this whole...
Was your dad involved in it?
Bro, my dad is in the film, bro.
And does he know that he's involved in it?
Bro, my dad is in the film, bro. My dad is in the film, bro. Like, there's him, then I interview myself, and then we cut it together. So it's like two people talking.
Has he watched it?
Yeah.
Is he proud of it?
Bro, I don't know, bro.
Okay, does he understand the film? Does he get it?
I'll tell you what he said verbatim. He said, "Oh, it's good. I hope I made you understand, that I just did what I knew. And that, if you show it to people, maybe they can understand more about us, that it was tough." But that answer is like a halfway answer, innit? Because you're still not telling me in your own words what it was. You're just telling me a story. Really what I want to hear is, in the ideal world, so son, number one, I'm sorry. Number one, I'm sorry.
That's a hard thing to
We don't get that one.
Yeah.
Number two, on this time I made a mistake because I thought it was this, but actually you were right. That's number two. Number three, okay, but after all this, I love what you've done and actually I'm going to try and be better. Number three, man don't get any of those. What man got is, you see what man went through. Bro,
But do you actually need to hear the story? You don't need it.
I don't need it anymore.
Yeah.
But it had a big effect on, and that's what the film's about. It's like,
Bear man are going to relate to that, boy.
bro, like, I love the film for that because I feel like I'm past it, but it also allowed me to just understand why I thought like that because it affected me for a long time. Because it's like,
it affects all of us, bro.
like, do I even have like a...
Yeah.
Bro, okay, cool, yes. I wasn't homeless. Yes, I had clothes, just about. We didn't have the most
Yes,
bread.
you were there.
Yes, you were there. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, I see man kicking ball with his...
Yeah.
This brother don't...
There's certain times I look at shit like that. I'm like, rah, you man can do that
Fam.
with your father's blood.
Some of my brethren didn't have their pops about. I used to think, me and your baby the same, bro. He's about.
Yeah, but is he really there though, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
don't really see this guy, do you know what I'm saying? But like, now I understand because it's like, you only do what you know. In an ideal world, you try and be better, but...
And you know what's funny? Because when I think about my dad, I remember I did some rationalizing for him. I didn't ask him at the time, but I had to sit down. Marvin Harrison, didn't it?
Yeah.
He's big.
Yeah, I was with him like last week.
He would that one over there because what you've just done. He pushed that to me a year ago before my dad died. And when my dad came back from Nigeria, I was gonna be like, "Yo, I'm gonna have to sit down with him." Innit? But obviously, I didn't get to have to sit down.
But can I ask him that? How do you feel about that though?
Not having to sit down.
Yeah.
I feel kind of hurt by it, but I know my intention was there to have it in it.
Because
You know what I'm saying, innit? But I missed out on a huge opportunity, innit?
one of my friends, the same thing happened to him, bro, and like his heart is broken because of it. Because it's almost like, I don't know, you can agree with me or disagree, but like he says it feels like more than a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
It's like
A robbery.
robbery.
You've robbed yourself the knowledge and wisdom, and like you said, you found yourself, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, isn't it? Like, I missed that.
But also you didn't miss it, bro. And okay, let me actually go on. It's not really your fault, bro. You was actually doing more than you're supposed to. Do you know what I'm saying? So I say to you that as much as you might feel like, I wish I had that conversation earlier, it's not for you to do. You're doing more than you're supposed to. But also the fact that you're having that kind of thinking is like really good for your mental health because you're giving yourself a chance to like forgive, but also like fill in the gaps and like just think of your father as a good person because you're thinking like, yo, maybe he had a good reason to be that way.
Do you know what's crazy? Even to go deeper, I knew shit about my dad. Like, I had found out I had a brother. Yeah,
that stuff is painful, bro. Because it needs context.
Yeah.
You know what? The biggest thing I learned is my dad was a young person like me, a young man like me. There was chicks around.
Facts.
Man was broke.
Yeah.
Man wanted to just eat. Man wanted to just, you know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just trying to find way through life. Do you know what I'm saying? He was a young man in his 20s and he had a youth to look after in another country.
Yeah.
Bro, even I'll be rattled.
Mental, innit?
Right. But because I've never seen him as a young man, I can't figure that out.
You see your father as your father.
Bro, he's always an old man to me. He's always this person that's over there. And he never brought that closer. I had to go and find him. Do you know what I'm saying? And I think not many of us are going to be able to do that. The ones that even get close, you're already doing something else because you're just going to be like, do you know what? That's not going to happen to me and my kid. I don't know how I'm going to be, but I'm just going to give them the space to just try and figure out who I am because eventually that will allow them to be like, okay, cool. Not everything you taught me was right, but at least you tried. So I need to just double check everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. He said, don't let strangers into your house. What did he really mean by that? Did he mean that because every stranger is bad or because some strangers are bad? Do you know what I'm saying? So you don't, because I think that's important. Otherwise, you get caught in this kind of like, it's kind of stiff, innit? You're kind of stiff. It's like, I remember my dad's thing or my parents' thing was always like, yeah, don't embarrass us, man. Don't embarrass us. We're pastors, don't embarrass us. And the way I internalized that was, bro, you better keep your shit tight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even like post in a mad way or do this. But fam, man, sometimes man was not really living like, do you know what I'm saying? But like now I'm like, I get what you're trying to say. Just don't kill your what you're trying to do with stupidness. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But be yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Also, because you know there's a huge stigma with pastors' children. Because certain times the devil can't get to the pastor. They try to go for the kids.
But I'll tell you why it's hard to be a pastor's kid, because bro, you live with someone that everyone is looking up to.
That's perfect.
And they're not nice to you, potentially. Or they're not there for you. And then you're also meant to play a role. Bro, you get tired of the role, bro. You get tired of the role.
You need to be human yourself, figure life out yourself.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be outside, bro. And you're telling me I can't be outside. What do you mean?
You even did, wait, hold on 1 second. When you think about it, because Nelson and was it Alex, innit, your brother?
Yeah.
You guys used to do parties inside of the church compound. So how was that like?
So it wasn't a church compound. It's the other way around. It's a place that my brother ran and the church was in there.
Oh,
so it was a hall that the church used. But obviously, because it was my dad's church, there was obviously a crossover.
Okay.
But that's the important thing, because my brother actually ran that place from Monday to Sunday.
Okay.
So man wasn't running there and doing mad things. But mad things did happen though. Like someone threw up behind the pulpit. And like, it was mad. Someone threw up in the Bible. Someone threw up in the Bible.
Nah, they did that shit on purpose.
Bro,
no way they
I could not believe it, bro. Someone threw up in the Bible, bro.
What, and then your dad find out about it?
Bro, of course. What do you mean?
Man, someone violating. They did that shit on purpose, bro.
But you know what? It's not good, but it's important that all that stuff happened, because it's like, I think for my dad, he just started to see man for man. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can be mad at these guys, but really, they're just doing what people do, bro.
They're kids,
you know?
man.
And my thing was, man's not even that bad, bro.
Did you embarrass him, though? I mean,
I don't know. And
criminal record?
No, but
you had to run into the law. Okay.
Yeah, but man is not bad, bro.
Obviously, I know you.
Yeah,
you're
man's not guy. Yeah, man's not. Man's not.
You're
bad
not evil.
I'm not evil. I'm not evil. You know, certain men are evil.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And they became evil because they took it to the furthest degree. But like, my thing is like, I was never even trying to embarrass you. I'm just trying to live, bro. And you're telling me that X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z.
Like, obviously, like, you understand that he's under pressure as well.
I get it, but you didn't tell man. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you didn't tell man and you just give man rules, which I think a lot of people do. Just give me rules, you don't give me why. Then obviously for me, it's like, you're just saying.
So he's never said before, listen, I've got a congregation. I've got people that look at me. I'm telling them the word of God. If my own child is not doing it.
But that's not my business.
I know it's not your business, but you're my child though, isn't it?
My point is, that's not really the reason though.
You reckon it's not?
It is the reason.
But also, he doesn't want you to be bad as well.
Exactly. If you say that, that's different. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I think for a lot of us, lack of context, especially like Nigerian, African communities, lack of context is a big issue, because that's why we can't really have conversations with each other. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, I make a lot of films now with people having uncomfortable conversations, and more time they have the conversation and they're like, I'm free, you know? You know what I'm saying? My dad cried in the film.
Is it?
Bro, he cried.
I can't wait to watch this, bro.
Bro, I looked at him, I said, this guy is just one normal man.
Human, facts. One time I see my dad crying, it's me, what?
Yeah, bro. I was rattled.
Nah, you can do this.
He even said, give me a minute. I said,
wow.
What do you mean give you a minute? You better get on that microphone. What do you mean?
Bruh.
Bro, but It's important. It's important, bro. Like, yes, you can be Superman, but that don't mean that you don't have no emotions or things don't affect you. Like, but in our thing, it's like, man have to be Superman on a mad thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, on a man that's Superman and man is mentally ill. Do you know what I'm
mental.
saying? Man is not okay.
Yeah, 100%. And you know, like they don't do. Have you done therapy yet?
Yeah, I did therapy.
Yeah, and they don't do any of that type of shit.
Bro, come on, man. I was even saying to my boy, I remember there was times and ends where man would hear mad stories. Yeah, this you ran up in XYZ, blaze up the whole place. Man, he's like, yeah, he's hard. Bro, that guy is mentally ill, bro.
100%.
The guy is not okay, bro.
There's been bare mentally ill stories that you hear all the time. You're like, rah. No, he's not normal.
He's not normal because... Don't get me wrong, there's bravery and there's like but this one is just, it's just dumb.
And also people that I've heard stories, someone's done something in it, yeah, and they don't, this is when I clocked, I remember when I clocked probably around like say 15, 16, that I am not wired for this properly, innit?
Bro,
if I do something bad, my heart hurts.
Bro, it's for mentally ill people, bro. I'm telling you. Man, they will shoot a pregnant woman, then rob a next man, and then boom.
Go out to a party afterwards like nothing happened.
Bro, you know there's cameras. Come on. This is not someone that is okay,
that's using their brain,
this is not someone that's okay, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're about the peace, cool, but...
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Do you know what I'm saying? So, it's a key thing, bro. It's like, all that stuff kind of adds up, and I see it. You know what I'm saying? I see it. My pop's like, yo... This guy's under pressure and he's under his own pressure. And like, even now I go to him, bro, do you have any hobbies? No.
Bruh.
Don't have no hobbies, bro.
Fuck it out, man.
It's sad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's sad. And I'm like, man, I want to give you some part.
You want to give him some hobbies?
Bro, I want to get... I signed my man up for the gym, bro, because I do like these PT lessons. I signed my man for the gym. He came twice. He's like, yeah, this is good. Has he gone back? No, bro. Like, I paid for a whole month. Did he go back? No. But it's like, it's hardwired, bro. And that's why man have to give him
It's hard to change people as well, boy. That have been there. They've been a certain way their whole life.
He's been a provider. He's put clothes on my back. That's all he wanted to do. Now he's just doing his thing, doing his thing, which to me is sad because he's got a lot of life to live. Do you know what I'm saying? But his thing is, don't worry, your grandchildren. Like, bro, these
what are you going to do when they come?
They don't know you, bro. They don't know you, bro. You need to do your own thing. And like, but it's inspired me to really like make sure my life's about me. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, I remember like a girl I used to talk to said to me, bro, what do you actually like? Like, not like what do people like, but what do you like? What's your favorite color and why? And I was like, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't know. Bear those on. Yeah.
What cutlery do you want to buy for your house? What colour should your walls be? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good question. But man don't know why. Because man don't have no hobbies, bro. Man don't have no hobbies.
Wait, have you got any, what was it, pressure in regards to what, relationships and children?
Obviously, but like I said, bro, I've seen the guy is just managing. I'm just looking like, yeah, you can ask. I don't give a heck, bro. What will come because... The truth is, I've realized now the relationships that haven't worked out more times because of me, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? On the case of like, does man actually know not just what I want, but who I am to know what I want? You can't know what you want if you don't know who you are. And I don't mean that, like everyone says that, but I mean like...
I understand fully what you're saying.
But like, in a simple case of like, okay, cool. You were raised like this. Cool. Who do you want to be? I want to be this type of man, this type of father. This is what I enjoyed. This is what I could do if everyone left me alone for 2 days. It could be watching films. It could be cooking. It could be going to play tennis, reading. It doesn't matter. But something that doesn't involve anyone else, just you solo. What is it that you'd spend your time doing? Most people don't have an answer. Most people will jump on their phone and call someone or go on TikTok and watch other people talk about what they like. What do you like? Do you know what I'm saying? And like, if you don't have that, bro, eventually it's going to catch up to you, bro. Like, because, bro, you think you want a girl that's quiet. You think? Like, this girl's fucking boring, bro. This girl's boring. Or you want a baddie.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm broke, man. Leave me alone. Do you know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
The way I used to edit, and then I found out about it was Adobe Premiere Pro, where you could just be clicking and shit. I used to cut each individual.
Bro, I learned the same way though, bro. And that's what I'm telling you. Brick by brick is important because you go through all the steps, but then if something goes wrong, what do? You go back to the old school way. Do you know what I'm saying?
So I've got like contingencies in it.
All right, bro. So that's why it's important to like be there in each level. Certain people, bro, they'll put this into AI, boom, boom, boom. Let the AI do something wrong.
That's it.
That's it.
Stand still,
They're done. They're done. Do you know
there's AI for this.
Yeah, 100%. But I don't know how good it is. I don't know how good it is, but it's going to get good. Like,
yeah, it's going to be, you hear that voice, put on that camera.
Yeah. Especially for something simple like this, 100%.
Simple editing. Fucking hell. I can't wait when that shit comes out, boy.
Because the thing that AI won't be able to do is tell stories because you need taste. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to like, you need to make decisions based on creative stuff. But anything that's like sense and stuff and like, okay, like you said, I speak, camera on me, we both speak, wide lens.
And they might not get facial expressions when you want to get Cat Son's facial expression that isn't speaking. It might not be able to do that.
It might not make that. Do you know what I'm saying? But then it can learn that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye. If anything, if they have that
any sudden changes in somebody's facial expression,
get it. So, but that's why like people talk to me about will my job ever go? Not really, because bro, I make ideas. Ideas is different. It's not numbers. Like you can replace me technically, but you can't replace me.
You. And they're your ideas, isn't it?
Mine.
Your experiences as well. Like this father-son, what was it? Thing over there. You have to experience that to know.
That is life, bro. That is not, that's like living. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not, I saw it somewhere. It's not a news article. Bro, I was in that house shouting. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's different. So,
and back to your words, the uncomfortable conversation things. I remember one time I had enough of it with my dad. This is me. No. I'm not going to allow this. We're going to speak right now. And what is this about? I don't get it. Like, what are you actually angry about? I remember the guy screamed almost like he just wasn't on it. He said, so, and then he did so you want to beat me? Yeah. What are you talking about?
Bro, I feel sorry for them because like, it's just hard for them, do you know what I'm saying? Like immigration as well. That man came here.
Yeah.
Certain man did the mad thing to get here.
What?
Changing names, changing age, do all sorts. Bro, you come here, you've studied in Nigeria, you've been a brain surgeon or something.
You come here, you work in
McDonald's. Someone slap you. Go clean it.
My mom told me a story about that when she cried because my mom was an accountant in in Nigeria. Came over to the UK with my dad. And she said, I think she was cleaning toilets. She said she saw herself in the mirror and started bawling.
Come on, though, bro. Come on, bro.
And I'm like, yeah, of course.
Come on, though. And they had to do that. So when my dad's mad at me because they respected him back home, here they don't respect him, and I'm chatting shit. Come on, bro. I'm even lucky he didn't kick me through the window or something.
And you know what? And also, when I spoke to my dad, I made an observation. I was like, because I think his dad died proper early. So also, he didn't actually have the dynamic of a older son and old man. I'm a man now, you can't talk to me like that.
What does a man mean in that situation, bro? It means bread, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Being a man because of bread and being a man because you do things as an example and like you're responsible. Two different things, bro. So like when he says to me, I'm a man and I provide and I put clothes on your back. Yeah. But bro, I need to learn how to like lead. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to be taught. But you're not even showing me that. And that's the frustration a lot of people have. It's like, yeah, the bread is fine. Money is money. Do you know what I'm saying? But like, I want to learn how to navigate the world. Man's in the UK. They don't like us here, bro. I want to navigate this world. At least give me something. Bro, I used to come home, bro, I used to get in trouble in school a lot. Sometimes it was unfair.
You and, you and Charles fighting?
Bro, I wasn't even Charles' class, but I used to get in trouble a lot. But sometimes I wasn't wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? But I knew it didn't matter.
Yeah, fact.
So what happened was, rather than it be about right and wrong, it's about not getting caught. Which is worse because really, man's just becoming a proper criminal. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, that's when I became a proper criminal.
Naughty,
So
yeah.
I was naughty, bro. And then also something man dabbled in was even not even good at all, bro. Unanimously. Do you know what I'm saying? If I get caught, we're going
Mental,
somewhere I don't need to go.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like, if I had been told like,
By the way, this might not come out, but I remember when I first came to Brunel,
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
see, I was gonna do a one take Drake, and you killed it. You killed it.
yeah. One time I was selling sweets in school.
Yeah, I sold sweets in school. I sold sweets. I sold Football Manager. I sold CDs.
CDs of people's albums and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember I was making so much money that I didn't even... People were working for me. In fact, everyone that worked for... Isaac worked for me. You know Ishmael as well.
Yeah,
Ishmael worked for me. I've got another friend called Laddie.
Yeah, I know Laddie, yeah.
Worked for me to the point where I had like a workforce of like 6 people working for me. I made so much money, and then certain times the school would take my stuff because they clocked the bags and they were being sold out of it. Instead of my dad being like, he's proud of me, yeah.
Is that what your dad said?
No, he said, you see you, he said, you're going to sell drugs. And because he said that to me, it worked. I didn't sell no drugs, isn't it? But I'm like, rah, man.
But let me tell you what's mad is, bro. My thing was different, bro. Like, exactly the same way. But when I sold, like, food and stuff, bro, my dad would give me lunch money. I gave it back to him. Like, I don't need that, bro. I'm going... Me and Charles would buy KFC. We were rolling, bro. What are you talking about? Football Manager. I was selling that. What?
Oh, that was a game, though, but...
Bro, I sold that. I stopped selling that because in Brunel, one of my boys, he's actually cool. I sold it to him. He didn't turn up for his exams.
Bruh.
After that, I said, it's not good.
Bruh.
It's not good.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I probably didn't do as good in my A-levels because of Football Manager.
Yeah, that
what
game
game
used to
though,
X
man.
us, though. That game, and it was just text.
Yeah.
That game used to X us.
Yeah, but sometimes if you had a processing power, you could see them, you know.
Yeah, the little dots.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, but like, it's mad because I'm thinking now, imagine your dad said at that point, "Raw, you've got something. I'm
Well
proud
done.
of you."
Who might I be?
Bro.
But I definitely, if I didn't become that great thing, that I definitely would have sold drugs 100% afterwards.
I don't know, you know.
No, because I wanted to sell drugs at one point.
Yeah.
But
Okay, but what I'm thinking is, if he said, "Yo, you can
channel that.
Yeah, we can channel this." Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You'd
Mental,
be doing
innit?
stock market now.
Yeah, or something crazy, innit?
Bro, like, do you know what I'm saying? And it's a shame. Obviously, man can't dwell on that, but like, it's important that people step into them conversation. Also, you don't feel bad for that. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, natural born hustlers, that's what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? We did parties, maybe because we sold sweets.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Every time we enter an institution, what can I do over here
Bro.
to make some bread from here? Yeah.
I can't just be here.
Yeah,
I can't just be one of them. You know what I'm saying? Bro, my worst thing, the people I dislike the most are boring people. You're just there. You're not moving the needle.
Sometimes I look at people that are boring. It's like, okay, you can do that, but it's like, raw, man. Sometimes I look at certain people's, like, even in my workplace, certain times, I'm like, wow, so you're just going to just do this forever?
No one cares that you're here. Like, you walk in and walk out, no one remembered you.
Mental.
That's dead, bro. And it's not our culture.
Yeah.
Where we're from, bro, you have to be funny. You have to have something, bro. Something. So where I come from, and I see people are just like, yeah, I'm just participating.
I'm just here.
I'm just here. What do you mean?
Did you know about, I think his name's Kenya Harris.
Kenya Barris.
He does the issues.
Yeah.
Well, is that like a goal of yours to one day maybe do, not that, but you know how he had his own sitcom?
Like, no, because I do, so my documentaries will always be about real people, I might go into like scripted, but I'll be honest with you, I don't know what my goal is right now, bro. Like, all I know is I want to bring people through. So like, there's so many good people, and I always remember what I was like when I was younger and I didn't see no one, and there was no one to like call and be like, yo, well, go on, what's the deal? So that's my first thing. It's like, I want to build with people. Once I do that, whatever that turns into, cool. Also, I want to retire.
You want to retire?
I'm not lying to you.
Are you going to retire? Are you sure? Because you seem like you love what you're doing, innit?
I do, but also there's a version of this where I just want to chill, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like part-time, bro, people do six months in somewhere and then they come back and work for 6 months. That is cool for me. And I'll get there, like consulting, something. But like my main thing is once again, the motto is make something that people around me watch and say, yeah, okay, you did your thing there. And they like it and it relates to them. I do that. Whatever else comes from that,
That'd be cool. As in, like, in your line of work, you could do shit like, if you want to go to Miami, think of a documentary. Hey, what's life like by the ball culture of Miami? And then just live it. Bro. And just combine work and your normal life.
Let me tell you what. This is the man. I love. This is my favorite thing to say. Where my work is taking me. I've been to Russia, Qatar, Barbados, Sparrow Island, which is in Grenadines. I've been to Beckway, Canwan. I've been to America loads of times. Even got an American visa. I've been to, where else have I gone because of work? Bro, I've been all over, bro.
Well, and they pay for flights?
Yeah, bro.
What, business? Oh,
hey.
Okay.
Remember I told you money's come down.
Yeah, the budget.
Budget's come down. But, bro, like I've done stuff like I was in Daniel Craig's villa.
Right.
In Beckway, which is like a private...
James Bond?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Private villa. I've got a Qatari FA Cup medal.
Right.
In my house right now. I went to an island in the Grenadines called Sparrow Island, and like you can only get there by beach, and like the restaurants on the beach side, you order, they jump in the sea.
What?
I ordered lobster. The guy went, brought it out. The thing was within
so
an hour.
wait, you ordered it and he found
the guy,
it.
The guy's drunk. Bro, I can't swim like that. I just see the guy go
Is he wearing scuba wear?
Fam, the guy is just wearing shorts.
So just bareback. He's just
Bring the lobster. I looked at it, I said, rah.
That is gonna be the freshest lobster you ever had.
I have not tasted nothing like that before. But like, I looked at myself, thought, once again, bro, I'm from Brixton, Newark House, bro. That's where I was born. I grew up in Lewisham. I have no business being in
this.
And I'm getting paid.
Mental, man. That over there must be the best. When you have that conversation with yourself, must be the best feeling in the world.
It's mad, bro. Like, I remember I was in a private jet.
Right, so what the fuck?
Bro, I was in a private jet for no reason, bro.
With who?
One of the people were filming.
Oh, right.
Just flew, landed.
Did you eat McDonald's just for the sake of it? I feel like that's always a vibe when people do that.
Oh, no. It's funny because a couple of my boys now go in PJs. I'm like, I want to go with them and do all that.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, rah, what's going on? But obviously I'm professional, but in my head I'm like,
You didn't get your phone out?
I definitely took a picture.
Okay. Well, did you do it on the discreet thing, on the vibe?
No, I think I even got someone to take. But you just, cool, if you're cool, yo, take a quick picture of me. Like, man, just looking, you know what I'm saying? Calm. Everything has to be cool.
Yeah, facts.
But, yeah, bro, like, mad experiences, bro. Like, I remember I was directing David Beckham once.
Fucking hell, man. That's my guy as well,
David,
man.
Move there. Yeah, just stand there.
Told David Beckham to move there.
Say that again, David. Say that again.
Mental. How dare you? You told David Beckham to say that again.
I'm telling him.
And you support Man United as well, isn't it? Mental, bro.
I'm telling him what to do.
And does he know your name now, you reckon? Right now?
Of course not. No way.
But he knew it then.
He meets like 10 of me a week. But for that moment,
mental, bro.
I was telling him what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's not that it's the power, it's the opportunity. Do you know what I'm saying?
Look who you're rubbing shoulders with, mate.
Bro, I get the opportunity to do these things and excel. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I get the opportunity to be on the stage and say, we won a BAFTA. We made one of the best programs that year. I get the opportunity to be flown somewhere. Like next month, I'm going somewhere again. And I get the opportunity to do that. It's like, what business do I have there? Do you know what I'm saying?
When do you reckon that is going to leave you? Because you've done it so much that it's kind of the point where obviously I guess it's kind of probably your way of staying humble, but it's kind of reached the point where no, they're telling me to do this again and again because I'm very, very good at what I'm doing it.
Yeah. The traveling I've calmed down on 100% because it's like, another thing is because I love this thing so much, I didn't realize how much of me it was taking. So like I was missing weddings, I was missing births, I was missing people, meeting new people. Like I'd come back, someone be like, yeah, we're getting engaged. Bro, who the fuck are you? I don't know who the hell, who is this woman, bro? You know what I'm saying? Or like, I just feel like I'm just gone. And I'm working more hours than not because they're paid me. They're like, yeah, we're going to use you for as much time as we have with you. So for me, it's like, okay, I'm established now. Now back to life. And do you know what? When I came back, all the things I'd left to sort out, I had to sort out now personally. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, that's why the film My Dad's coming out now. That's when therapy was. That was when, what's your favorite color? That question came out. What's all these things? Like, man has to deal with man. Man can't just, like, okay, the money's there, but okay. What are you going to do? You know what I'm saying? What's the rest of your life going to be like? It can't be about work, because a lot of people, it's about work. And then they get married and look at themselves and look at their partner. Yo, this is not making no sense.
Yeah, that'll be a horrible feeling, man.
And bro, like, some of my friends have divorced, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure they got there like, nah, this is not the plan. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is not making sense. And I understand it. So for me, it's like, before I get there, let me do my one. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why I think I'm at the age I'm at now, and, you know, still not married or the kids are not there. But I think it's actually good because, bro, I'm going to step in that thing with freshness. I'm going to move in a certain type of way because I'm like, all right, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the conversation is too spicy to come out.
You know what? Interviewing you as well, there's always something that's always troubled me, innit? One time, me and you must have went to, I forgot whose wedding it was, isn't it?
Might have been, I remember I saw you at this, was it Samson's?
I don't know whose wedding it was.
Because I remember, for some reason, I remember it was, and I drove your car home.
Yes.
Whose wedding was it? It was Toller's. Was it Toller's? No, it wasn't
Might have been Toller's.
It was, because I remember Teller was there.
Yeah.
You were there. Dale was there.
Yeah, Kunle probably was there.
Yeah, everyone was there. It was someone, was it? No, it wasn't, who was it? Was it Sally Ann?
Maybe it was Sally Ann.
I think it was Sally Ann.
But do you know what's troubled me about that day? We drove past my house. I was thinking, because I wanted to get licked, isn't it? And I couldn't drive.
But I had to drop myself home.
Yeah. So, but what troubled me was, what I should have done was, because I remember I made an agreement with you.
And I don't even know why I did it that day. I don't know why I did it. But you know what it was, yeah? And I think this is a fault of mine. Like, I feel like I have the capacity to help people. And if I can, I will try to. Do you know what I'm saying? And you genuinely ask, like, yo,
I'm going to be licked.
Can you drive me home?
Yeah.
Because my thing is, even in TV, it's like, what if I don't do it? Do you know? What if I didn't drive you home that day? I know you. You came to me. I've known you for a long time. If I don't drive you home that day, and I can do it, I might not feel it. It might be inconvenient, but I can do it. So yeah, that was it. Yeah.
But I remember we drove past mine, and then it just came to me like 3 years later. What I could have done was, I could have made you drop me home
and get a cab.
And then get a cab. Fam, you know, I ended up sleeping. Yeah. I slept in the whip by your yard for like 2-3 hours before I drove myself back.
We were both not smart.
Yeah, it was mental, innit?
But you know what though? I was thinking about that the other day because I was like,
I've got a video of it. I've got a video of it
why
still.
did I drop him home? I was like, do you know what? It's calm. It's my brother. Do you know what I'm saying? It's calm. But also, like, now I've like started to readdress that because once again, man,
you don't mind inconveniencing yourself sometimes.
Sometimes, but less so, bro. Less so. Man, don't really need to do all that because I turn up for people anyway. I try my hardest, and hopefully people can say that. But like, sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes it's about you. Sometimes you do what you want to do for you, yourself. Because everyone else gonna do what they're gonna do for them. So you do what you want to do for you. Because I think it's important to do that. Otherwise, once again, you look up and you're like, rah.
Yeah, why'd I do that?
Why'd I do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think even I thought about it that day, the other time, I was like, I think I wanted to even stay at that party. I think I wanted to stay. But whatever, innit?
Yeah. I remember the wedding was lit.
The wedding was lit.
Yeah, it was lit, man.
The wedding was lit.
But my guy, lovely for coming on. You know what I'm saying? And I really, really appreciate it.
Always,
Can't wait till the documentary comes out.
Yeah.
Bear man are going to relate to it because I know I probably had that conversation about that because I feel as though that must be something. I know, being Nigerian, I know it's definitely a Nigerian father-son dynamic, innit? but also in other cultures, clearly,
Yeah.
that's the dynamic will be there as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of like a man thing, isn't it? And like, it's gonna be good. Like, obviously, I was telling you before, I'm gonna do a whole exhibition around it. So it's gonna be on June the 15th, Father's Day. And like,
Was that when Father's Day is?
Yeah.
No one care about Father's Day.
No one cares. No one gives a heck, bro.
That's mental.
People even put their mums on Father's Day, bro.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be on June 15th, Father's Day.
Is Father's Day always June 15th? Or I don't even know what the rules are.
Who knows, bro? But like, on that day, I want everyone. I'm gonna do this exhibition. It's gonna be like films, including a preview of the film I was talking about. But like, there's gonna be art, there's gonna be games and tasks, just to get everyone in the mindset, just to like really tackle this thing we're talking about, because it's deep.
Yeah, 100%.
And like,
very deep, man.
bro, I will never forget. I talked to my friend whose father passed before he could have that conversation, and like,
On the documentary as well.
no, just separately.
Okay, yeah.
And like, the pain he had because he couldn't ask
The
this man questions about why.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
And you know what's crazy? On my pod with Marvin as well, because I think he didn't actually have the relationship with his father. He told me, trust me, it'll be the most profound, that's the word he used, experience you have in your life.
It's almost
why
like
are you the way you are?
it's almost like you find, it just answers the question
Yeah.
where you're like, oh,
This makes
so
sense.
that's why
Yeah.
I can't do this, or that's why I find it hard. Bro, the reason, for example, with me, like, I just hate, what do I hate? So I like cooking, yeah, something simple. My dad cooked because he had to survive. And when I saw him cook, I learned how to cook. Now I love how to cook. But bro, like, his thing is like, you can never be late. Bro, I hate lateness. But he never taught me that. It's just, bro, all these things just, every single thing, bro, is either because, despite, or because of lack of. Those are three things that make you who you are.
And it makes sense. It makes sense how these jigsaw things just fit in place, isn't it?
Every personality trait, bro, it comes from them. Do you know what I'm saying? And like, it's hard because you think, yeah, man, I made nothing. You didn't make nothing, bro.
You're literally, they either raised you in that way or they didn't raise you in that way, and as a result of it, you become that.
Or you didn't see anything, you just made it up. But like, it's all there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, it would be good to see people there. There will be tickets there for that. But yeah, man, it's good to chop it up, man. Have me up here another time, man.
Yeah, man. Boom. Whenever you're ready, man. This is your platform, pal. When you want to get something off your chest, man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
Let's talk, man. I'm happy to be here, brother,
Beautiful,
man. It's good to see you again,
appreciate you, man.
Always, bros.
Sweet.
You know, my brother.
Tell you what's changed right now. In a different field, different lane right now. Now I'm in the mud, switching lanes right now. Passive income getting paid right now. Used to roll around with sinners, bulldozers and killers. Now we focused on figures. 3-course meals for dinners. 5-star suites and villas. Now the swag hit different. Cause the bag is different.
This can't come out.